Now, I want you to understand something. You were born into a ready-made world of religion. You didn't make this stuff up. You were born in, you had no control over it. You didn't make it up. You didn't say, hey, I think it would be really cool if we worship for 1 hour on the first work day of the week, then light out of church and light up a cigarette and go back to work and do our own things and we'll touch bases with the Lord. You didn't make that up. No, your world of churchianity made that up for you. You did not make it up. You didn't make this stuff. You didn't say, hey, I think we ought to worship Jesus' birthday like this. We ought to, let's see, swap gifts and put a tree up and deck it out with gold and silver and fasten it to the floor so it doesn't move, And, we ought to do, and we ought to, we'll say it's all about Jesus. Yeah, that's it. That's good. We'll say it's Christ's Mass or Christmas or Jesus was born on this day. You didn't make this stuff up. You were born into a world of ready-made religion. And one of the things that it dawned on me is that it's not an issue of becoming an apostate church. That's really not the issue, because you can't fall away unless you first stood on your 2 feet. No, it's not an issue of becoming an apostate church. The real issue is being born into an apostate church. Let me tell you something. It's harder to unlearn. When it comes to religious deception, it's harder to unlearn than it is to learn something, just new right off the bat. Once you have learned something, once you have been programmed, once you have been spoon-fed churchianity, once you come into the world and a hole is drilled in your head and someone pops a funnel in there and they pour in churchianity, it will be much harder to unlearn that stuff. Are you with me on that? It's going to be much harder to unlearn that. So, the apostate church, apostasy, a conscious abandonment of allegiance or duty toward God. Next time, I'll talk about why Christianity has not worked.
Is that really in the Bible? What you think is in the Bible is not.